What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about the Detroit controversial decision to give Jahlil Okaford a 2-year deal. But not only Jahlil Okaford, Mason Plumlee a 3-year, $25 million deal. And people been complaining because they look at the roster and they say, you know what? They have too many centers. Whether it's stretching and trading for Dwayne Dedmon and stretching them, or even having Thon McCarr already on the roster as a center, and people saying they have a little bit too much. I look at it like this: Don McCarr is not really a starter. He proved that the last 2 years that he's not really a high impact player unless he put in a lot of work the last couple months since they didn't make it to the playoffs and didn't play in the bubble and got significantly better. But other than that, he hasn't been a reliable player. He was a guy that they traded for because of upside. You have to take risks. You have to take gambles, especially on a guy with that mobility, that athleticism, that length, and that type of shooting touch potential. You have to take that gamble. Jahlil Okafor was a little bit overdone because he's not that great of a player. Yeah, he probably is a NBA player, but he's not a guy that's going to really be playing a significant amount of time. And he's not a great defender, not the best rebounder. He still can get you a bucket if you need him to play, but he's not a guy that you should prioritize in free agency. Even though I still think he does belong in the league, he still isn't, a great player in that sense. The thing I disagree with the most is the Plumlee. I think Plumlee is a starting level center, especially for a team like this where you can put Thon at the 4 because Sekou is very raw. He's far away from being an impact player in the NBA from the last time I saw him. And on top of that, you did get Sadiq Bey and some other pieces in the draft. And don't forget, they did get Jeremy Grant. So they got guys that can play multiple positions, defend multiple positions, and have upside. And I think Thon still has upside, and he's not really going to get paid a lot of money because he didn't produce to even warrant a great contract. And I do think Plumlee was solid for the Nuggets. I really do. This was a guy that was able to protect the rim from time to time. He's very mobile for his size, explosive as a catch and dunk and dive into the rim and roll into the rim. And he can set good screens. He's not the greatest center. I'm not making it out of that, but he is a NBA starting caliber center, especially on a team that lacks that. You lose Christian Wood and you don't know what you have in Thon, and you're not keeping Dwayne Dedmon because he got stretched and waived. So these are your guys, and none of them scream amazing. None of them scream you're happy, but you have to get somebody to play that position, and they finally have a guy that can do it. And like I said, Jahlil Okafor is not like you're paying him 10, 15 million per year. You're basically paying him nothing to be a guy that can play 15 to 20 minutes every night, and he can still give you 10 points. He might give up 10 points, but he also is, a lot better fundamentally than he was when he came into the league. A lot of people don't know that because he doesn't play much. Because, like I said, he's not a guy that's a starter. He's not a guy that's one of your best players, but he is a guy that can still play, and he is a guy that can still produce when given the time and the minutes. He doesn't space the floor. I think that that's the biggest problem with these acquisitions. Christian Wood could do that, and you think that they would prioritize and keeping him because of that versatility and that uniqueness. But if I'm Christian Wood, I'd rather play in Houston than play in Detroit, to be honest. But at the same time, that's the type of guy that Detroit does need to fit with Blake Griffin if they decide to keep him, which I doubt it, and also Derrick Rose. So if Thon isn't going to work, and if Thon can't play center because he's not big enough and strong enough, you're going to need a guy like Plumlee and Okafor if you're not going to go for the Christian Wood. And if you're not going to go for the Christian Wood, Marcus All is off the board. Robin Lopez off the board. This is what you have, and you have to fill this position. These guys do that. I do like Dwayne Dedmon, but you are paying him way too much money to be a starting level center. And I rather had kept him and gave him minutes than stretched him. He's better than all these guys that they brought in when it comes to being more versatile, but he is older. But I don't really have the problem as much as everybody else with these acquisitions. I mean, it's Detroit. They really can't get anybody to come. Nobody's really in a rush to come. And you do need to fill this center spot if Thon is not going to be able to play it. And also, we don't even know if he's going to even stay here because he hasn't really lived up to his potential. And he's been there for, I think, 2 seasons now, which is bad, considering that this team is so bad that you should be able to shoot and take as many shots as you want because somebody has to do something, and he's still been that bad in that opportunity. So it didn't work out, but they still have another season to figure out what they're going to do with Thon. And I think they just need to figure out what they're going to do with Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin. As they have Killian Hayes, and they gave up on Luke Kennard. They have other decisions they have to make, and with Dwayne Casey being there, he eventually wants to be a playoff team again instead of staying here and trying to coach players that's not going to be here long term, and they really don't have a realistic shot of winning that many games with the roster as it's currently constructed, even though they did add pieces, but they also lost significant pieces too. So they ain't stuck. But like I said, it's not all bad because they got Killian Hayes this year who has high upside. They still do have Sekou, and they still do. If they suck, they got a chance to get another lottery top 5, top 7 pick, which only is going to help a team that really needs talent and can't really get it. And they don't really need the veterans they have, and hopefully they can flip them from young assets and more picks. And next thing you know, the Pistons will have a better identity and a better future than they do now. So I like to play the Mason signing because he is a solid player. And I don't really that mad about Jahlil because you're not really committed to him. You're not really paying him that much money. And you do need legitimate centers because they don't really have that now that they got rid of Dwayne Dedman. And we don't really know what Thon is going to be, and even if he's going to play center, because he's not as strong as he needs to be to play and guard that position. But the two guys they sign are able to do that. Other than that, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that continues to check out the channel. Not only that, you can also support this channel by buying merchandise. You can change the color of the shirt, change the color of the logo, customize it to any way you want it to be. Message me and I can get it shipped out to you. You can also buy merchandise exclusively only on my spread shirt. So check that out. That'll be in the description comment section below. Also, check out my older videos. If you like this video, I got breakdowns of players, legends, rookies, summer league coverage, draft coverage, breakdowns of summer league players, free agency talk, discussions with trade deadline, top 10 lists of season previews, and I do upload every single day, and that's the thing that other channels don't do that I do offer. Not only that, liking and sharing. Liking this video and sharing this video allows me to reach more people. The more you like, the more you share, the more chances people get to see the video, which means the channel can grow. If you don't want to buy merchandise, that's a good way to support the channel. Comment. I read every comment. I enjoy the comments you guys leave, and just let you know I read all of them. So don't be afraid to let me know what you think. Other than that, I'll be back with more news.